Hello and welcome, I'm Vijay Srinivas. All eyes on the iconic city of Madurai as actor turned politician. Vijay is all set to host his second political conference in the state. The Vijay's Madurai Maanadu has kindled widespread anticipation among his fans and cadres and political watchers on what could be Vijay's next move. Joining me to discuss more is, senior journalist and political analyst, Mr. T. Ramakrishnan. Thanks very much indeed for your time, sir. You
Thank
see,
you.
and you see an army of people gathering at the venue right now, right? So, we've been hearing a lot of reports from our reporters on the ground there. But the big question is whether these could be translated into votes. Do you see these as mere fanfare, or you see them as these tens of thousands of people as potential TVK voters?
It is too early to make any forecast about his ability to translate whatever
Mm-hmm.
reception he has been getting into votes. But anyway, but having said that, the fact that he is getting a good amount of traction, good amount of crowds, so that will motivate his party cadres basically. Okay, so that the is no pushover. That is the message that I think that this kind of reception is giving. Okay, so whether he will get 5%, 10%, 15%, 25%, that is okay. It is all matter of speculation. But at this point of time, the kind of hype and then the kind of attention that he's getting will certainly motivate his party cadres. And it depends upon a number of factors how he will be able to, whether he will be able to, first of all, convert this kind of enthusiasm and interest into votes. Okay, but anyway, it's a good start to for a relatively newcomer. It is a good beginning, so
Mm-hmm.
it's encouraging. It's a positive signal, but we can't just merely go by the kind of crowds that he's getting, because after all, it's about say in every constituency 2 lakh people cast their votes on an average. Okay, and then you will have to get in one so to win in any constituency you must get at least 80,000 votes, 90,000 votes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a separate ball game. And then of course let us see how he is able to turn this the present situation of advantage into one of greater advantage. It remains to be seen.
Okay, so you've tracked Dravidian politics the last pretty long years, So Vijay is trying to position himself as the next in line to take on the mantle forward from with personalities, comparing himself with personalities like C. Annadurai and and MG Ramton as well. Where he sort of brings in the comparisons of 1967 and 77 elections. In fact, the theme of today's conference is on that. So he sees 2026 as some kind of a watershed year in Tamil Nadu. And do you really believe in this?
uh, I think that is his optimism. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one has to give him that allowance for him to have that kind of optimism. But I won't say that it may turn out to be 67 or 77, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it may eventually turn out to be 2006 when Vijayakanth was able to win one seat with 8.33% of votes across the state. Okay, so it can be slightly better than 2006, not 67 or 77. 67, the situations, both in 67 as well as 77, conditions were different. In the sense, in 67, you had that 20-year long, this non-stop, uninterrupted Congress spell, and there was a sort of element of fatigue and then anti-India position. And then, top it all, you had that rice shortage, the acute rice shortage, coupled with the attempt on MGR. So all that pushed DMK to victory, spectacular victory. Of course, then not only that, DMK with almost all the anti-Congress parties, they all came together on one platform, so that the index of opposition unity was very high in 67. So all that contributed to DMK's victory in 67. It's not just one factor, but a number of factors. Okay, including index of opposition, high degree of index of opposition unity, and then rice shortage, and then attempt on MGR and anti-India agitation. So this is, as far as this is 67. In 77, the Tamil Nadu was under president's rule for about a year, and then Karnatika's regime was dismissed on accounts of on the count of corruption. Okay, and then MGR was running that no, that anti-corruption plank for quite some time, so that
Mm-hmm.
came handy. And then of course he tested his strength in 77 Lok Sabha parliamentary election by aligning with Congress, and then they got about 36 out of 39 seats. Okay, 34, I think. Okay, sorry. So that much. So so the MGR was able. He tested his party's strength before going into assembly elections. Okay, you had that Dindigal parliamentary by-election, Coimbatore West by-election, and then eventually you had that 77 parliamentary election, and then finally 77 assembly. So, but Vijay has not subjected himself or his party into any kind of electoral scrutiny. Okay, and he's straight away jumping into the electoral fray as Vijayakanth did. So
Mm-hmm.
the people of Tamil Nadu, they are not that unfriendly towards newcomers, but at the same time, they are not also very enthused about newcomers. So their response will be very guarded. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I am not expecting 2026 to be another 67 or 77. At
Okay.
best, it can be 2006, slightly better than 2006 in terms of results. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that DMDK got. DMDK got only one seat. He may get about few more seats more, but
Okay.
not beyond that.
Okay. Okay. So Vijay, in his last political conference in Vikravandi, he said, sort of, you brought Dravidianism and Tamil nationalism on equal footing, right? So, but isn't that an oxymoron? Because, do you really see both ideologies sort of, coexist within a party?
I don't think so. That is the first of all, what do they mean by Dravidam? Okay, that itself is not clear. Okay, because if you see, anyway, if it if it means social justice,
Mm-hmm.
then everybody stands for social justice. Nobody says
That's
their party is against social justice. Okay, and then so that is fine. And then if you talk about say Dravidam means superstition, I don't think anybody says that we are. Of course, they will say people on paper they say superstition. So what constitutes superstition? So another point. And then if you mean Dravidam means you say anti-Hindi. Okay, anti-Hindi imposition. No party in Tamil Nadu will say that you are except BJP or Congress. Some people in Congress, but they will. Nobody is going to oppose. Nobody is going to oppose that stand. Okay, on language formula. So first of all, that is number one. The Tamil nationalism again that is much more complex, rather confusing than Dravidism. Okay, what do they mean by Tamil nationalism? Okay, whether there is any such uh, what does that define? And if you see Tamil Nadu, if you look at Tamil Nadu's history, Tamil Nadu has been a mosaic of influences from different quarters of world. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so it is a we don't in fact we Tamils don't claim ourselves very cosmopolitan, but actually we are far more cosmopolitan than many other society which may claim itself to be cosmopolitan. So okay, here except that language issue, okay, where the political parties successively have been taking on one particular stand. Otherwise, anybody can do business, and then anybody there is nobody feels threatened because they are not Tamil or something like that. So that way, it's a much more tolerant society. Okay, so then, so what do you mean by Tamil nationalism? Okay, so whether the Tamil culture itself is, if at all they claim that whether it is free of influences of different cultures, no. So the point is that these rhetorics are fine, okay, but nobody bothers. I think a man on the street is not bothered whether you call
Okay,
yourself Dravida or Tamil. For
that's great.
him, his livelihood issues have to be taken care of
Mm.
effectively, and then you have that road, power supply, water supply. These are all that immediate concerns. There you have to be much more the government, whatever government he wants to have, he would like that government to be far more responsive than what the previous governments had been. So I don't think that these slogans and rhetorics do matter to people.
Okay, okay, interesting. So, one last question there, sir. We are also hearing that this conference is being held a few days before Vijayakanth's birthday. You spoke about Vijayakanth as well, about the 2006 elections there. Vijayakanth also played a pivotal role in sort of grooming Vijay as an actor, the superstar of what he is today. Do you think that we should be connecting dots?
I don't know because Vijayakanth, as far as Vijayakanth is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
you see, he was there is if you for example, if you go to his mausoleum at Coimbatore party office on any day, because I pass through that place, uh, I would say more frequently in the last couple of years than what I did earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So on any day, okay, on any day, I see at least 200, 300 people paying homage to him. Okay,
Okay.
so that sort of goodwill he had earned. Okay, but the Vijay's case, Vijay has been doing something for school students or that the high performing people, students. But I would say that his track record is not as impressive as Vijay Kant. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
had. So that is number one. Okay, so Vijay may be a well-meaning person. I'm not saying, but the point is that the in the case of Vijay Kant, he was he was not trying. He did. I don't think he projected himself as a good Samaritan or as a philanthropic person or something like that. I don't think he indulged in any kind of PR exercise. Okay, nothing wrong about PR exercise, which I may be doing, but the point is that Vijay Kant was seen as a genuinely interested in the welfare of underprivileged, okay, downtrodden, weaker sections of society. Okay, that was very very clear with regard to Vijay Kant. Vijay, I don't think he has earned that kind of reputation, even though he may be doing many things. So I want link the two. But the Vijay might be maybe trying. Maybe he will try. Okay, there's nothing wrong in also making an attempt to grab or to take that constituency under his fold. Nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will be making it. But the point is, you have to be consistent. Okay, and you have to have a very sustained interest in any position that you may be taking. So whether he will continue to show his reverence or whatever it is that, or his interest in wooing Vijaykant admirers and supporters to his
Mm-hmm.
fold, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen.
Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.